prime time on the top game, it's a fine line. Man in the match, that's David, he's the main guy, keep a close eye. Make sure you don't make no wrong play, cause I'm with Jose and Andre. When Cyrus comes to walk in, you better know that you are watching Premier League. David, tell them what time we on. Prime time. Let me hear you say it. Premier League. David, tell them what time we on. Prime time.
Hello and welcome to Premier League Primetime Season 6, Episode 2, and Saga will be joining us momentarily, but we still have Joe and Andre here. Lads, how are we doing? Everything good? Okay, yep, I can see the tradition will carry on, but we have a guest here today. In light of PLPD starting our brand new side show, the Dave and Mo show, we thought, why not bring him on? So welcome to the show. Mo, how are you doing, my bro?
Thank you. Glad to be here. Yeah, it's time to have some fun on this show. Thank you for having me.
Of course, always a pleasure to have Mo here on the show. Always a pleasure, and we hope to be seeing a lot more of him in future shows to come. But let's get started. Starting with just rounding off the top six and seeing how they've done this week, or for the past month, I should say. But who should we start with, lads? Let's start with Tottenham. Looking at Tottenham's results, things have been very impressive under Thomas Frank. Scores and ratings for Thomas Frank, and any players that have been standing out to you positively, negatively, Andre?
Yeah, we've played four games, only conceded one goal, so that's been impressive. So I feel like, we're sitting, second in the table, third in the table, something like that. So I guess probably have to give Thomas Frank an 8. Had a decent start. Big change. You can see a lot of pragmatism in how we set up now. We're not all out in the attack. I think Frank's defensive structure seems to be pretty solid already, but it's the attack where areas can be improved. So we're just, at the end of the day, I don't think the performance has been that great, but we're getting the job done. So that's all credit to Frank, and yeah, we've had a very good start to the season. As far as players that are looking good, Pape Sarr, man, holy man, this guy has been amazing. Best, probably I'm a big Pape Sarr fan. I think he's won us a lot of games last year, like him alone. But this year's just been he's been a different breed, being coached so well by Thomas Frank, and we have such good midfield options. So sometimes you want to see the likes of a Bergvall, a Bentancur get back in the side, but it's so impossible to take Sarr out right now. So he's been a standout. Other than that, I'd say our center backs and Van de Ven and Romero have looked good. Romero taking the captaincy role very seriously. He's just training and working a lot harder, so that's been pretty encouraging. But yeah, I'd say Pape Sarr has been a different level.
No, and you talk about Pape Sarr, and it seems like he has a slightly different positional role under Frank than he had under Ange Postecoglou. I'm not going to count Conte, Stellini. I'm not going to count that really.
No, neither.
But because you're seeing him get forward a lot more, he's scoring a lot more goals. Would you consider him undroppable right now?
100%. That's why it's like, for the first time, I'd say in a while, it's like, I feel like this might be the strongest squad that Tottenham have had. I'm not sure about the strongest starting 11, but the squad is really good. Like, we have really good options. And I think there's a knee-jerk thing where you just kind of want to take out Sarr and maybe put in some other players, but it's like, dude, he's undroppable. He's literally carrying every game. His impact has been, just really impressive. So I'd definitely call him undroppable right now. I think he played for our game at the weekend, obviously, and we play in the Champions League Tuesday, and it's like, okay, we have some really good options that maybe it's time to rotate, but it's like, no, I can't. I want Sarr on the side. He's been amazing.
No, and you can see why. He looks, I don't know whether you necessarily call it a better player, but he looks more of a well-coached player.
Yeah.
But I told him about Thomas Frank that he was going to be a near perfect fit for you guys. Not just in the sense that he can lead Daniel Levy, which we'll speak more about Daniel Levy in just a moment, but he's someone that I think can take you up to the next level. And on Daniel Levy, he is gone. He's
Right,
out the
yeah,
club.
big news. Yeah.
We talked about it a little while ago, but just bringing light to it in this episode, anyways. Regardless, who's it? John Carrington or whatnot?
Oh right,
taking
yeah, the replacement.
Now, was he brought in to see the exit of Levy, or is he just like going to now like permanently take his spot or take his role?
He's been in and around. I mean, the big difference is just like Levy. His job role was supposed to be very financial, but then he called himself an executive chairman, so he also just had a big hand in the football. The new guy, Charrington, I think it's Peter Charrington is his name. He's a non-executive chairman, so he's going to be strictly dealing with the financial. He's going to be working in the shadows. I think it kind of maybe more feels like Levy's been replaced by Vinay, I'd almost say. Like, just Vinay's been the one that's kind of really doing a lot. Yeah. Well, it's like Vinay, I mean, he's just making the right just executive calls where it's like he's allowing the football people to do their football, but he's also ruthless in sort of the outgoings at the board level. I mean, we've seen Levy go, and then I forget Donna, cannot remember her name. I hated her. So he seems to be doing the right things. So, and with Levy gone now, last thing, I mean, Liverpool just got like 300 million from their stadium rights deal, I think. With Levy gone now, he's not. So he was trying to get like the most lucrative stadium naming rights deal of all time, to the point where it was holding us back. Vinay, I think, is just going to want to get it done. Charrington's going to want to get it done. Let's just get somebody to do it at a reasonable price. That's going to be a huge cash injection into the team. What's his name's the new family. Why am I forgetting the name? Doesn't matter. We're getting money. That's the good thing with Levy going. We're getting money. So, yeah, I think bright things ahead for Tottenham Hotspur at this moment in time.
Is Paratici going to come back, or is he like permanently like gone now? Because I was hearing rumors that he might be coming back.
Yeah, rumors all over the place with that one. You've got like pretty like tier 1 journalists, tier 2 journalists that are saying contradicting things. So I have a feeling it's just maybe the club is undecided. I think there's a real mixed opinions on Johan Lang and the job he's done. So I think I'm leaning towards maybe I want Fabio back. I liked having those connections to Serie A and that Italian talent in, without him we wouldn't have Kulusevski, Udogie, none of those guys. So it's just like I think I'm leaning to I prefer Fabio, but yeah, the Johan Lange, Fabio, I don't know which way we're gonna go. So we'll just have to wait and see.
No, definitely. And last but not least, I think we have to talk about Mohamed Kudus.
Right.
I mean, how impressive have you been from his start?
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing with Kudus. It was like we knew there was a player there. I knew that he was like even when he was at West Ham, it was like, oh, that was maybe their best acquisition I'd seen from them in a long time. But in terms of being consistently good, consistently performing. He had a shaky season last season with the managerial change, but Thomas Frank absolutely seems to be getting the best out of him. I know Frank, I think to get him to join, kind of gave him the promise of, I want you to be our star here, or one of our stars. And Kudus has been, I would say maybe he's had one bad game, and even then I'd say it's been a poor 60 minutes out of he's played 7 games for us now. So it's like other than that, he's been an arguable man of the match every single time. So he gets your butt off your seat when you're watching the game. He's by far the best we've had in years at just beating your man one-on-one. So he's creating that way. I'd just say my one critique is maybe it'd be nice to see him get on the score sheet a little more, but we have players that are great at that too. Brennan Johnson, someone that can't do any of the stuff Kudus can do, can't do any of that. Can't really beat his man one-on-one, but positions himself well off the ball. Gets his goals and top scorer. So Kudus definitely really impressive and bringing something to the team that I think we've been missing for years.
And Andre always finds a way to talk about Brennan Johnson, just in some way, shape, or form.
You know it.
But Jose, I want to throw this out to you. Andre's saying that Kudus brings, he's the first signing what he thinks in years, and he brings a lot of things that a lot of the, current attacking personnel doesn't have. But perhaps the one thing that he could improve on is goal scoring. Do you think the addition of Xavi Simons, could better help with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they've got two real ballers playing on the wings at the moment. Um, and I think that he definitely could benefit from Xavi's arrival for sure. He's a player I really rated at Spurs. I would have liked to see him at United, to be honest.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think it'll be helpful. I think that both of them will find the will. I mean, Kudus has been playing great. I think Xavi Simons can still play better than he's been playing, but I think they'll both do very well together this season. I've been really impressed by Spurs overall.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely, Ben. And, they've had a great start to the season. I think the one loss against Bournemouth, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not bound to be perfect, but you know what? Yeah, I mean, even in the performance, against Bournemouth, there were some positives to take away, even though it wasn't much. But
Yeah.
uh, moving into the next top six side. Oh, Manchester City. All right, Mo. We know. Earlier on the Total Footballing podcast, go check us out and subscribe. He had his moments over there. He might have his moments again, but taking a look at Manchester City over just the past month or so. What would your evaluations be, or your scores, or your ratings be for Pep Guardiola and players that have stood out to you positively and negatively?
Not exactly the start that we really needed to the season, but we're still like slowly getting into our form again, just adjusting to like the new system that Pep is trying to build into the squad. One of the few standouts I will say is definitely John Stones. I mean, whenever this guy
Mm.
is healthy for us, I mean, he just continues to deliver performances, here and out. Um, and the main man, the guy that Dave doesn't really like talking about, Jeremy Doku.
It's one game, man.
Listen, I know it's one game, but with Marmoush hurt, this is definitely the opportunity for him to stand up, go out there and prove to Pep why he deserves that left wing spot. And first game with him starting, dropped two assists against United. Again, I know it's United. United's not exactly a strong side, but if he continues this form, then this is Doku that we really wanted since we signed him 2 years ago. Um, Another standout is definitely Haaland. Haaland's definitely just doing his thing, week in, week out, giving us those goals that we need. Definitely, the striker that, we always needed for, even before we even signed him, after we was like those years of us signing, Foden as like a false nine, and, now we actually have like a really like normal nine now. This is definitely, the striker that we needed. Everybody knows that for sure. And the right wing spot, it's a bit tricky. It's really Bernardo Silva and Oscar Bob, but so it's not really like a determined starter just yet. But definitely definitely competition to really see out through the rest of the season, see who really locks it up by the end of the year. Um, and on another note, our midfield, it's a bit shaky right now. Not exactly the strongest start that we really needed. Rodri's still getting back into fitness from that ACL injury, and he's been a little bit rusty. I wouldn't say too much, but he's a little bit rusty. He's still kind of getting into his rhythm that we have known during his Ballon d'Or form. Reiners as well. Definitely, I would say me personally, it's definitely our signing of the summer, especially for the price that we actually got him for from AC Milan. He's been had a pretty strong PL debut, but he's been a little bit like ghosting after that. But I do trust him enough to, kind of find that form again and just, deliver the performances week in, week out for us. Defense, not exactly our strongest side of the squad right now. It's really like 50-50 because, week in, week out, our back line is always switching up. Sometimes we have Vardio at left back, but then, the other game we have Nico O'Reilly there. And then the center back duo is also alternating as well. Like sometimes we have Stones and Diaz there, but then, Kusanov starts, like he did against Brighton. He started against Brighton as well. And then Diaz came on late and then we immediately conceded. So it's a lot of on and off performances there. So that's not really up to our strong suit.
Mm.
But with the new arrival Donnarumma now, he can actually keep up with those mistakes and actually, stop those shots that we actually needed. Unlike Ederson, who when he was here, he wasn't exactly a shot stopper that we needed, but he still delivered performances then and there. But with Donnarumma, it's like a whole new way that we play now. Not exactly the best keeper you would use for like building from the back, but He's definitely there to save the shots when you need it to. So again, season just started, so I'm not really gonna judge the team just yet, but we'll see around winter time to see how, we really adapt to this new system that Pep is, trying to build here. And yeah, it's an okay performance so far.
Do you think, in a way, because you're talking about just the lack of consistency in your defense, could you say that it's also due to just the fitness problems and the injuries? Not necessarily in the sense of, using injuries as an excuse, but could you say that's
Mhm.
part of the reason? And now you have a brand new goalkeeper who's I feel like it's kind of like the antichrist or the antithesis, I should say, to a when you think of a Pep goalkeeper, plays out
Yeah.
the backs, good with his
Yep.
feet, and Donnarumma's, more or less like the opposite of that. Do you think that this is also in a way preparing for like after Pep Guardiola when he goes?
Yes, and also no. Again, it really just depends on like who really goes out next summer. But even with the fitness issues, like we still have four starting like material center backs who are still playing for us. We can also play fullbacks as well. But again, it just like really comes down to the performances, which really haven't been consistent so far this season. I mean, with John Stone starting, he makes our defense look 10 times better. With Vardio here also on our defense, he also makes it look 10 times better. But then if we have like a partnership with like Diaz and let's say if Akanji was still here, then the entire defense is gonna look like absolute trash. That's the issue. So it's just like, yeah, Fitness kind of plays a role into it, but then I also know that like the caliber of this team, like we should have a strong backline. It's just like the performances aren't exactly up to par. Is the
Can
issue.
I ask a question for Mo?
So
Go for it, yeah.
So I'm just wondering, as I've been wanting to ask Man City fans, what do you think is the reason that we've seen a drop off since the treble season from players like Bernardo, Ruben Diaz, even Ake Akanji, all of these guys? Why do you think that happened? Is it the Rodri injury? Is it something else?
Yeah, throw Foden in
well,
there as well.
well,
Foden's another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, after the trouble year, Foden did get player of the year, but I guess like the years afterwards, it's just like poor planning. Because I mean, we seen Liverpool; they won one Premier League title and then started spending like crazy. That's what we should have done. But we only brought in Gundogan back from Barcelona and Savino for 20 mil. It's not exactly the greatest decisions we made. Like we should have been able to, go out there that summer transfer window in 2023 and actually reinforce the defense because sticking with the same back line for like more than it's about 5 years now isn't exactly a smart move. So I would say definitely poor planning because there's so many players that we have missed out on that could have helped our team so much like during the years, especially last season too. I mean, we all seen it, the 1-15, like absolute terrible form, and then we started picking it back up in the second half of the season. So I would definitely say poor planning is definitely the main reason why as to why the performances have been like dropping off because there wasn't exactly competition within our team. So it didn't really give like the motivation to our players to actually go out there and still care about winning trophies, if that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
think I have kind of a crazy take right now, but I've been really sort of fascinated with the tactical aspect of City. I mean, they have so much talent everywhere. I mean, they have this decent injury list, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting them. I don't think very
Yep.
much. Mo didn't even really acknowledge it. It's just like our team is strong enough to cope with it. Um, and now Joe's mentioning I guess that aspect where it's like maybe some of these old sort of Guardiola veterans in that City side may have lost some of their hunger after that treble winning season. I'm
Oh,
kind of
absolutely.
almost thinking like, I mean, all due respect to Pep, I'd almost think City this season might be more suited to just, I guess, play a little more direct than this kind of intricate build out the back football. And I'm almost in like, there are actually a lot of managers that would really succeed at City this season with the talent available. It's like, not, I'm just hinting, maybe Pep overstayed his welcome a little bit. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking, I still think they can do things this season. But I'm like, wow, there are a lot of coaches that I think would do excellent at City right now with the options that are there. And I think tactically that team is ready for a bit of a shift. I mean,
Yeah, and
Cherokee, Haaland,
yeah.
so many. Yeah,
Yeah, Cherokee terrifies me, man, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That guy terrifies me.
Um, But yeah, I mean, yeah, I actually want to add on to what Andre said. I mean, it's honestly the reason why, I feel like Pep is building a system for like the next manager to come along. Because I mean, he already confirmed himself he's not staying past 2027, so his tenure is gonna be gone after that year. Um, but that's the reason we sign players like Ryan Al-Nouri because we're not exactly like more possession based now. We're more so like we're gonna hit you on a counter attack now and then see how it plays out. Which is why our fullbacks now are so like much more advanced.
Yeah.
And we also see it with Nunes as well playing right back, which is why I can sort of get why we didn't sign a right back this summer, but I don't exactly agree with the idea of not actually signing a proper right back. But the issue with the season prior before this one is just like the hunger again, like mentioning the hunger. It's just like Pep has like this emotional entanglement to players from the treble year that still thinks he can, they can go out there and still perform, but they're not exactly the same player. Like bringing Gundogan back wasn't a good move. I mean, his
At least
legs
for
were just not
free.
up
It
to.
didn't hurt them too much badly financially, but no, I could get what you're
Yeah,
saying. At least it was for free
I
though.
mean, yeah. We got Gundogan for free, but the thing is that his emotional entanglement from the treble year, he still thinks that Gundogan's the same player. He's not. He still thinks that Kanji Stuff's the same player. He's not. He still thinks Ruben Diaz is the same player. I'll admit, Ruben Diaz's fall off was absolutely insane. I mean, it went at a rate that nobody really expected it. I mean, he was one of the best center backs during that time, like in the world, and then immediately dropped form like so fast.
Hmm. No,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
so I mean,
yeah, yeah, no, go ahead. I was just gonna say
sorry.
any player in the world would join City right now. So it's like maybe just that if a little refresher with a regime change might be really, really good for Man City. But
And yeah, and
yeah,
yeah,
we'll see what
and
happens.
honestly, it's just like what pisses me off the most is that we had so many, like so much young talent absolutely slip through our fingers because
Yeah,
Pep thinks that like the veterans in our team are still like same players 2 years back. That's not the case. And it took him until like literally the end of the season last year to realize that with James McAtee already gone, we also lost forgot the name, but I mean, dude, there's so many academy players that we could have kept, brought onto the first team, and I
Yeah.
guarantee they probably would have performed
Cole
better than the
Palmer.
players we have right now, and Cole
yeah.
Palmer as well.
Cole Palmer.
Like instead of keeping Cole Palmer to actually keep us suited for life after KDB, we end up letting him go to a rival in the Prem.
Yeah.
It's not a
And
good
yeah, we see
move.
how.
So, and honestly, it goes back to like our poor playing. Like we really made some bad decisions after the trouble year. I mean, we
Hmm.
should
Yeah.
have been like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Our squad is good now. Why not let's go for more? But no, like we just
Hmm.
kept we trusted the same squad because obviously Pep he likes a small squad, but that's not
Hmm.
exactly ideal. With all like the games happening because I mean the schedule is brutal. I mean you'll play a Champions League game on a Thursday night and then play a big team like Liverpool on the Sunday following. I mean it's just not
Hmm.
It's crazy.
exactly good for us. So yeah,
Yeah.
Is it fair to
definitely
say?
poor planning.
Would you agree, Mo? I feel like the rest of the POPT panel would agree too, where it's like I almost get this feeling that once that Champions League was won for Man City, there was this weird feeling of complacency at the club. No?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
It's like too comfortable. Things got too comfortable.
Yeah, and again,
Hmm.
that really goes back to the plan. Like we should have been hungry in the market. I mean, I remember seeing this Twitter report that, Nuno Mendes was available for like 20 mil, and we decided to back out of it because we still trusted Nathan Ake. Like, come on, man. Like, what is that? Like Nuno Mendes
I
is
like Ake,
young.
man. He's a decent player, man, but he's
No,
not
no,
Nuno
trust me.
Mendes.
No, men should have been.
Nathan
Yeah.
Ake is a baller, but he can't stay
I like
healthy.
Ake, man. I like Ake.
So I mean, yeah, again, it just goes back to the poor planet. I mean, we should have been more like, like, oh yeah, let's try to reinforce in this section of our team and
Hmm.
not trusting, people over the age of 30.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way we looked at it.
Getting into
So
the more shambolic side of Manchester, which just seems like the hopelessness continues. Manchester United. We got one win. We got one win. At least we didn't lose or go winless. Unlike Aston Villa did. Aston Villa have actually get the score goal nor win a match. So far this year. So we're doing better than them. Yay. Scores and ratings for the manager Ruben Amorim. Any players? Positive, negative, Jose?
Yeah, I don't even really know what to make of this so far, to be honest. This is like, it's just been, we just have not played very well at all. I think Cunha getting injured was really bad. I liked what I saw from him in the first two games. I really thought in the first two games that we were playing good football, but really just not finishing it off. Um, I think Mbeumo's been okay. I've liked his contribution so far. He looks like a good player. I would still back Bruno, even though Deva, I'm sure, would be is livid with him at the moment. But I still think that he is our only leader and our only true warrior on the field at the moment. Um, I've been like okay with our defense so far. I think Delict and Yoro are solid players. I think Luke Shaw is, overstayed his welcome certainly at Man United, Man United, but we knew that before the season started already. I think I have to give Emerim like a 5-4. I don't think he's
Oof.
done a particularly good job. I think I'm probably even being generous with that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll leave the rest to you, David.
No, I actually echo a lot of what you said. In regards to the attackers, I like what Konya and Buma have been doing so far, and I think a lot of the struggles with them isn't necessarily down to them. I think it's more structural, it's more systematic, it's more positional. I would say because Mbuma's not an inside 10. Konya can play there, but given more freedom on the ball, I think we'll see him better. On the left, then we see him up front. In Instead of having to make it some sort of like requirement to make room for Mason Mount to play every single week when he's
Mm.
fit, which why he's still at the club, the higher powers only the footballing gods will only know. But yeah, Luke Shaw, it's been time. It's been time for a while, and that Manchester City game. But I mean, Joe. Then again, how many times have we seen our team make average players look world class? I mean, for example, Jeremy Doku, we made him look like prime Ronaldinho, and now I have Mo. I've been absolutely cooking me since
Listen, I just want
the end of that
listen. I just
game.
want to say this right now. I just want to say this right now.
You've been cooking me
We
since the end of that game because
we
all
were
because of
building
Doku.
we were building a starting 11 based off the two teams, and this man was trying
A
to defend.
combined 11.
He was just trying to remove Doku from all existence from the starting 11. And then Doku
Because
dropped that
he hasn't
performance
done
on
anything.
Sunday. But hold on though,
Oh
hold on though.
yeah.
You were
Oh yeah.
bashing
Just
him
remember.
so much up until he performed so well against you guys. I'm like, yo, see now you see why now. I
And
said this. If Mazzarari was the starting wing back, I told Dave
I
this
said
too
it
before
too.
the
If
game.
he starts at
He
wing
was
back, we're
absolutely getting
screwed.
cooked. It doesn't matter who was it, even if it was Ahmad Diallo, bro, or what's it called Kobe Manu. It doesn't matter who was
Oh
there.
yeah.
Doku
I
was gonna have
can't
a good
believe
game.
I convinced myself that Ahmed can be a wing back as well. Then I see this guy play the left, like the left 10. Then another week I'll see him play at like the right wing. Man's a utility player, man. But I don't know. But if there's one thing I definitely think should be talked about. Let's talk about Kobe Manu. This whole thing with Amarim and Kobe Manu. Um, from what I'm seeing, it's it very much reminds me of the whole remember the whole Ten Hag versus Ahmad thing, where we never see Ahmad complain, wouldn't make any fuss, wouldn't make any problems, but he would constantly get praised for how good he is, but then he would never actually get to play. But then we saw the quotes from a couple weeks ago, from the manager saying that he is competing with Bruno to get into the team, and knowing that he's literally undroppable. He's the captain. It kind of just says, what he thinks about Kobe Manu. And then he come out recently and says that now he's fighting with Ugarte. Yes, Ugarte. The same Ugarte that gave the ball away for the Grimsby goal, the same Ugarte that gave the ball away for the first that started the whole Man City first goal, and Casemiro, and you can't play in this team, and it just begs the question, like, is like what's going on? Jose, what are your thoughts on this whole thing in general? Do you have a particular side that you particularly favor on, or do you kind of see both sides of this whole thing?
No, I definitely see both sides. I certainly don't think Kobe's done anything wrong. I completely understand why he would be interested in going out on loans when he's not playing, and I think all the fans can clearly see that he looks like a baller. But I think Amarim's concerns, if I had to guess, would just stem from him not necessarily naturally fitting into the side in either those inside 10 roles or in the midfield duo. And I understand then with Devi why you're like, oh, Bruno gets shoehorned into this team, and Kobe doesn't. So I understand why Kobe would be frustrated by that, because he does look a really great player, and I think has an amazing future at Man United. So I just think that at the end of the day, Amarim said, no, look, I want to keep him. Obviously he sees something as well in Kabi, just like we do. But right now, Kabi's not in the team over Ugarte. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I don't. I certainly don't. I certainly don't agree with him getting in over Kabi at the moment. But clearly, Amarim has seen something where he says Ugarte has done this right and Kabi hasn't, and he's getting into the team over him at the moment. So. I mean, I back my manager. I trust him regardless of when I disagree with him. So it is what it is.
He needs to get
But
rid of
like,
that formation, man. Seriously.
Hey, I mean,
I mean, I never like a 3-back. I will say that.
And the fact he come out after the derby and said that I'm not going to change my formation, and if for me to change, they have to change the man. It's almost as if he's like, almost asking to be sacked. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what being manager of Man United makes you want to do. You want to get fired.
yeah,
Yep.
Well, I mean, if something isn't working, clearly isn't working.
because I mean, if
Why
I was,
saying the same thing over and over.
that's why if I was in Amarim's position, like I would get a decent payout, and I could probably still land a pretty top job right now in world football, like somewhere. I go to Serie A or something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Kobe thing is perplexing, man. I think it's at some point it's just become like, how well does Kobe have to do in his little cameo to justify like, oh, I need him? And I'm wondering if Amarim is so desperate for answers right now, and maybe if that Kobe nutmeg at the weekend was just enough to be like, okay, maybe I should give Kobe his minutes. Let's see what happens. I feel like I have this weird feeling maybe Amarim's so desperate now that maybe that was the threshold.
Yeah.
Maybe we're into that.
I mean, we
that
got
pool
to see him
now.
play. We got to see him play half an hour, which I'll just cut right in. Sirius has joined. He's here. He's arrived, people. God only knows where he's done. But Sirius has arrived. Anything else on Man United before we transition?
I have a question.
Go for it.
Call me crazy, but do you guys think Amarim could be sacked if he doesn't provide a convincing performance against Chelsea this Sunday?
I think he just. I'm not confident that we're going to get a performance against Chelsea, anyways.
I don't think
he needs
he's
3 points.
I don't think he's on the chopping block, to be honest. I think we're very set on let's keep him at least unless the results keep going terribly right now.
Because-
I really don't. I would be surprised. Although
He's not
I mean, I don't
gotten
know if
back-to-back wins since he's been here. Like, back-to-back wins in the league. I mean, this new level. I mean, this level of failure is just in another realm compared to, because all these managers fail for different reasons. Oli failed for a different reason, for the different reasons that Jose Mourinho failed, for the different reasons that Ten Hag failed, and this manager's, definition of failure is something I've never seen or would have thought in my life that I'd be seeing at my football club before, which is. Yeah, I mean, this is something else, but I mean, we'll see what happens in terms of come. But I don't see him surviving this. But the manager could be wrong at any point, at any time. But I think for his sake, he needs to, if he wants to be here longer, I think perhaps maybe changing the system at least a little bit could potentially help him. But
I mean, to be honest, like, I mean, with the players that he has, like, I'm usually not the person to say this, but it's like with the players that he has, like, this formation genuinely like makes your 11 look shite. Like, it literally looks like a really, I'm sorry, like actually a pretty mid-table like team when I see that 3-back formation with the personnel you have. Like, it's like.
And we don't have a bad team. We don't have a bad squad of players. Like, this isn't a bad group of players. It's not. Anyone who says this is a bad group of players is. I don't know. I mean, are you saying that Cunha and Mbumo are all of a sudden crap? Are we saying that Sesko has just scored however many goals in the Bundesliga, who's come in and just looks like Rasmus Højlund's never left? Is all of a sudden rubbish? Are we saying that that the Euro isn't great, that De Ligt hasn't been great, which Joe pointed out? Like, I think these players are playing to a lot less of a capacity than the manager's getting out of them. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But finishing note, Davis, after those
first 2 goals in 2 games, you understand Haaland's gonna smash it in Serie A, right? And you're gonna have to hold a lot of your words, like that, like he's gonna be amazing.
Oh, even better. And you want to
I
also
couldn't
hold
agree
45
more,
million
Andre.
as well. I'll get 45 million as well. So I mean, hey, even
Wait,
better for me.
did you see Onana's masterclass, Deva?
Oh
Oh wait,
man.
oh yeah, I heard about it this morning. Incredible. But
I don't
yeah,
know what it is when people leave United and they just
but are you
perform
saying you
so
want
well.
Onana back at the club? Is that what you're saying now? Or
No,
are you
he's gonna
saying
perform
you
shit
also
again when he
want
comes
Onana
back.
Absolutely not. But let's transition. Seuss has arrived, so we may as well.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Oof, Arsenal.
Sirius, looking at your opening 4 games and how you've been doing so far. Thoughts on everything going on with Arsenal scores, ratings for Mikel Arteta? Any stand-up players, positively, negatively?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had some bowel movements, let's just say that. Yeah, no, it's been a pretty decent start, minus that Liverpool game. I think a lot of people were overreacting when we got that loss, particularly like Arsenal fans. Sorry, I don't know why I just got muted. No, I don't know. I think that it's been good. Standout players for me, gonna have to go with the Gabriel. He's just been so consistent for so many years now. Cal Fury has been great. If he can stay fit, I think he's gonna be great this season. Our fullbacks have been amazing at assisting constantly. Yeah, but besides that, I think it's been a decent start. I think that game against Forest was brilliant. I think with Eze and Madueke really offer something else for us. I don't know what that noise is. Sorry. Wait 1 second. I'm trying. Sorry. Oh my. Oh. Oh my
Man's
God.
not out here.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. I'm back.
You were saying.
Odegaard and Saka injured is not great. I think a lot of people are forgetting that during that Liverpool game, they were both injured. So I think that we're doing fine. I think the season's going well. But we really need to win some silverware. Otherwise, it might be time to start talking about Arteta's future. But that's in a long time. It's a long season ahead of us.
And that's a perfect segue into Arteta. What must he win this season for you to at least give him next season as well? What must he
He's
do
not
this
winning
season?
anything.
What? No.
My
No.
fault.
I think we'll win something. For me, it's really that. I don't really like Champions League. If we get far, we get far. But it's really got to be the title. I think we can win it. I think obviously Liverpool right now are the favorites, but I don't see why we can't win it. I think Liverpool have been getting. I wouldn't say lucky, but they've been. Is that me?
You're
Does anyone else
fine.
hear that?
It's carry on.
Okay. I think they've been getting a lot of last minute goals, and I think that the luck's gonna run out soon.
No, and yeah, that's something that we'll eventually go to. You talking about
What's
Eze.
that noise?
I don't know what's going on with Saga. He's moving like Arsenal in the latter half of the season, in the last couple months. But no, he makes a great point about Eze. I think Eze is exactly what they need, whether they play him out on the left or in Odegaard's position. He's still he's a top player. I mean, he's a very, very good player. A man like Johnny Bravo, a man like Gyökeres has seems like he's finally finding his feet. He's been smashing the goals as of late. So fair play to him as well.
Yeah.
There's definitely one player to talk about before we move into Chelsea. Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
We all everyone knows her thoughts on the science. I think all of us, including Mo, over on TFC, have made our thoughts pretty clear on what we thought about this signing. But I mean, he stepped up in recent weeks, or in the last couple of games. Do you think this is something for him to build off of, or do you think this is, he's just there until Saka is, he's got one leg to stand on and he's back on the bench? Serious, what do you think?
Yeah, when we signed him, I wasn't one of those ones that were hating on it. At the same time, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he's been. He's looking extremely lively. Honestly, like, it's gonna. I like it because now Saka's gonna have to come back into this team and honestly fight for his place because he's playing great right now. Obviously Saka's a better player by a mile, but right now that's why we signed Madueke because of what happened last season. Because we had so many players injured that the likes of Madueke and as a Trossard, like all these wingers, forget about Martinelli, but like we have these backup options now, like Madueke, that are good backups, and he's been great. He's been lively. Even against Liverpool, he was good. So yeah, I was very impressed with him against Forest, and I hope he continues to stay consistent. That's something that we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's been great. No complaints whatsoever.
No, fair enough. As some of the nicknames have gone around, a man like Thierry Henry has really been pulling his weight.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm glad you appreciate it. Going into second to last of the remaining top six that we got. Chelsea.
Well, can I say something about Arsenal real quick?
Go for it, Andre.
Oh my God.
No.
I feel like
No, Andre, we need
Arsenal, I mean, I've actually watched some of the Arsenal games this season, surprisingly. I've not watched much Premier League, but I've somehow caught, I think, 2 or 3 Arsenal matches. They look so well prepared as a title contender. Like, they have some sexy talent all over the field. That cliche of defense wins you championships. I mean, this is some of the best defensive depth I've ever seen in football ever. They have their star number 9 now. Yet, Declan Rice is doing this thing. Like, they look like a title contender, but and they have all the things with their mentality is decent. They do the things to win, but honestly, this team cannot. They can't play football. Like, it's like watching like a Lamborghini drive through a school zone at 20 miles an hour. I'm perplexed by this team's. It's like they should be a title contender, but this team can't play football. It's really weird. Like, anyone who watched the Liverpool match can, I think, neutrals. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was just watching a team just it felt like the football gods versus the football hell. It was just Arsenal play some football. So it's just yes, they're getting the results now when they're playing, I would say, kind of shit. I think, but they're getting the results. I just hope that, I don't know how lengthy the Odegaard shoulder injury is, but I don't know Saka's injury, but if I was an Arsenal fan, down the season, they need to take more risk. They need way more risk. They have the depth on the wings now. It's they just need something. If they don't end up winning something this season, then sort of like the Man City thing I said earlier, another coach can get a tune out of this team. But honestly, this Arsenal team, I respect what they've built, and I'm wow, but I hate this team, both as a Tottenham fan and also because they can't play football. Genuinely.
Just give it until April, bro. You'll see them crumble again.
See.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not convinced at all by this team, bro. I mean, listen. It just I'll tell you. I mean, look, they'll show you big performances right now, but just wait until it's the title-winning matches, bro, that they need to win. They'll just start to crumble, bro. It's a typical Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move into Chelsea next, as we all know for the summer. The big club World Cup winners. Looking at their last few matches, what do you lads make of Chelsea so far? Scores, ratings, evaluations of Enzo Maresca. Any players stand out positively, negatively? What are you lads saying?
Shout out João Pedro doing my.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, João Pedro's been.
He's going to be the
very
signing of the season for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy came. I mean, he can play at the 10. He can play as a striker, and he will still deliver for you. I mean, he's just overall great player, 100%.
No, he's done brilliantly well. And I also think another area you have to look at is that that you have to look at that midfield. I mean, how long has man been saying it about Caicedo as well? But even Enzo, in these first few games has looked very, very good. Like
I thought
noticeably.
Enzo was good last season. I thought he was good last
He was
season.
okay.
I think he was good last season, but I think this season it looks like he's just taking like steps up. Like he looks
Way better.
levels up better.
I mean, that double pivot between Caicedo and him is just like, I mean, dude, they've been performing for sure. I mean, I feel so like right now. I mean, those two will walk into like any midfield, like right now, any team in the Prem. Call me crazy, but that's just what I think. I mean,
No, I wouldn't say
Caicedo,
it's an outrageous thing to say. I wouldn't say it's outrageous.
Caicedo took like a big leap this season. I mean, I know we're only in like game week 4, but you know, he took a really big leap. Enzo's starting to live up to his price tag right now. I mean, Chelsea's firing all cylinders right now, even though they had that late heartbreak against Brentford just recently. But you know, still, they're performing really good.
And of course, how could we forget? You know, their big signing in attack, Facundo Buonanotte, which just screams pointless signing. Another free Brighton voucher for them. But I mean, good player nonetheless. But it was so odd to see him just being sent to Chelsea on a loan deal. There wasn't an obligation to buy, no options. So literally just a straight loan. I found that very strange. But no, in all seriousness, Alejandro Garnacho made his debut as a Chelsea player. A man like Skeletor, Android 17, got a what do I even call it? An assist for the Caicedo goal?
This is becoming a joke now.
Is it like what I call it an assist? And then however many minutes later, falls asleep at the back post for Brentford's equalizer. I mean, couldn't be more poetic, but so help me, what we'll do, and I'm sure we'll do Jose's mental health over as well if Garnacho returns to Old Trafford and we make him look like CR7 regen all over again. Yeah, that will do my head in, honestly. But what do you think Chelsea's aspiration should be in the season, both in Europe and in the Premier League as well? What do you like to think?
Bro, they should make a push for top 3. I feel like they can. I feel like they can, but I just don't think they have like the squad depth for it.
Okay.
But top 3.
I agree. I think the only teams better than them in my eyes right now are Liverpool and Arsenal.
What about Man City? You don't think so?
Not right now.
Sure,
No, not right now. No, not right now.
Do you think perhaps a lack of depth could potentially be an issue for Chelsea?
They're playing the UCL this season, right? I think
They are.
Yeah, it's gonna be an issue. I mean, I seen it with Newcastle when they were playing the UCL like not too long ago. It was like 1 or 2 years ago. I mean, they got absolutely like cooked with injuries, and it just like it really screwed them over.
They also got given like the worst possible group. They were literally in the group of death as well. So.
Yeah.
Who's in the group? Who was it? Like they had Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, and AC Milan. So yeah,
it's crazy, bro. They beat PSG too.
They couldn't have had a harder group as well, but I think Chelsea could definitely make a run of that top 3. Do you think that they could win or in shouts to win any of the major honors, or no, not yet?
I mean, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, but nothing else.
Yeah, permanent, not yet.
Because I saw this and I don't know and I don't really know anything about it. But why is Axel Disasi? Why is he ousted now?
He's a part of you know how Man United, we had our own version of like the bomb squad. We Garnacho there, Sancho, flipping who else, Malacia, all of them guys. We just wanted gone out of the club. That's more or less what Chelsea's doing. They're doing the same thing with Raheem Sterling, which don't mention Raheem Sterling on the show, or else you're gonna get Jose started on that guy. and Axel Disasi's there. They've done a similar thing to Gallagher a couple seasons ago. They wanted him gone.
So they just decided he wasn't good and want to trash him.
They've done the same thing with Gallagher. They've done the same thing with at first Chalobah, but if there's any Chelsea player to talk about, we need to talk about Chalobah because his redemption arc is something that has to be studied. I mean, his redemption is something that I don't think I've seen in a long while, or anything really like it.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah, but I'd say it's somewhat similar. I mean, I wouldn't say he got cooked on a as large of a skill as Harry Maguire did, but it's definitely admirable. So I mean, definitely big shouts to Trevor Chalobah, honestly. Marco Correa as well just keeps moving from strength to strength. Just left off right where he or is picked up right where he left off from last season. So he's definitely done a good job as well. Anything else to mention on Chelsea before we move into Liverpool?
No.
That's about it.
Bears. And yeah, with that, we'll move into Liverpool, who are perfect right now in the league, 4 wins out of 4.
Lucky.
Currently top of the league. I never wanted Liverpool to actually win a game because how much I can't stand them. But only except the Arsenal game, because no one should have to succumb to that boring terroristic football. Which I mean, hey, Liverpool done. Liverpool done a job. Scores and rings for Arne Slot. And any players stand out positively, negatively? Andre, I'll start with you because I know there's a certain Hungarian which you're probably itching to talk about.
Yeah, no, I mean, as soon as that free kick, like as soon as I saw where it was, I'm like, oh, I've seen Sobo score from these positions. I'm like, he can do
This
it.
guy
I was
don't
pretty
look so
confident. Yeah, I love him. I think he's a talented player. No, I think Arne Slot Liverpool. I think for me they're looking like the best on form, the best team in world football right now. I love everything they do. I think they've had some scares, but they've gotten the job done in those last minute goals a couple times. But that's football sometimes. I like that. There's no rush to put Isak into the team. They're happy with their front line. Ekitike has looked, even better than we thought so far.
He's had a brilliant start to life at Liverpool.
Yeah, truly. And it's like, and he's been playing the center, but I mean, when there are times when he's been on the wing and he beats his man like pretty well. So it's like even
He's
when Isak comes into that team,
very good.
yeah, and just the way he could, he's tall, but he has a great burst of pace. So it's just like, yeah, that it's going to be exciting to see how Ekitike and Isak slot into that team. Pun intended. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Oh, Gravenberch has looked, even a level above himself from last season. So yeah, I think there's a lot of hope within that team, and sometimes I think there are moments where they've looked a little short for answers, but which worries me with the longevity going into the second half of the season. And I think they will prioritize Champions League, maybe leaving the Premier League up for grabs for somebody else. But I think as soon as maybe they're starting to get a little short for answers, that's when we're going to see Isak, Wirtz starts coming to play into that team. They're going to be undroppable at some point. And but Liverpool, I think they've just looked excellent.
Not only look excellent, but I think two players that you talked about, Mo Salah and Florian Wirtz. Are their performances, them two in particular, to be something to be a concern? Jose, I'll throw this one. Jose, what do you think? Do you think it's
I
something
actually was just gonna. I was just gonna
Yeah.
chime in because I really don't think Liverpool have been excellent. I mean, I think they've been. Obviously, they've been perfect on paper, but I just think that I don't really see any of their players playing to their full strengths at the moment. I mean, I love Szoboszlai, and I think he's an amazing player. I think he should always start. But I just think, especially players you pointed out, Dave, Salah and Wirtz. I mean, Salah's still been contributing because he's amazing, but he's just I don't see him playing as well as he's been playing as he was playing last season. And I don't
bar GNA. When he's not getting GNA, he's really been not playing that well.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
But I just think that so far Liverpool they've got the job done, and fair play to them for that. But I think that they need to find a way to tick, and they need to find a way to play as a team better. And I actually I'm a bit concerned about how Isak and Ekitike are gonna work, because I mean Ekitike has been playing so well, but then how do you not play Isak? So I just think that the situation ends in tears for one of them. I think one of them ends up getting dropped and maybe gets sold next season. I just don't see how they keep both of them and also play Salah, or maybe they do keep both of them and then Salah goes next season, which might be the right answer. But I don't know. I just think that Liverpool aren't playing as well as some of you guys are saying.
No, I perfectly agree with Joe there. We're too serious on that one. Which, thinking about this, AFCON comes around in January, and Salah obviously will be gone. Then considering Egypt's it's probably one of the nations who will probably we expect to get further in the tournament. Perhaps Arne Slot will change the system around a little bit, and also as you said, preparing for life after Salah as well. He's 30? He's 33. He's on a 2-year deal. He'll have 1 year left after the end of after the season ends. So perhaps it could just be a thing where Liverpool are slowly but surely preparing for after Salah, and they make a transition into how their attack looks. But I think for now, you make a good point. I mean, maybe it could be Gakpo that gets sacrificed. Maybe because they're not going to bench
That's what I
Burns.
think.
They spent how much money on him, and I rate Gakpo. I think Gakpo's a very good player. Technically, I think he's he's definitely of a good level, and obviously when it comes to output, it's very, very good as well. So,
But how does it? Sorry, David. How does it work with Ekitike, Isak, and Salah in the same team? Like I don't see a formation that works for that.
I agree. That's something that Arne Slot will have to figure out, or it will be a thing where like we made the announcement. We were talking about earlier with Bruno, how Bruno's constantly shoehorned into the system where we know where he's not going to work, which he'll look even worse than what he's already capable of. It might be one of those things where maybe perhaps Gakpo is dropped on the bench and Ekitike gets moved to the left, or we also see Isak play out wide on the left. It could be Isak gets shoehorned in on the left and Ekitike plays out wide. That's that's not saying that's definitely 100% right and it will all work out, but perhaps that could be a way to get all three of them in the side. But that's something that the manager will have to figure out. Next,
I see it ending in tears for Gakpo. I see it ending in tears for Gakpo. I think he's a step down from the rest of them. And Ekitike, doesn't mean anything now. I think, I'm just thinking Ekitike played off the wing often for Frankfurt, and I think he can do a job on the wing. So that's why I said it earlier. But I do see what Joe's saying. It's like they're both so good in the center, both so good. So it's just like, I think it will be a test of Arne Slot, but I think he has the managerial expertise to deal with the situation.
I don't think Gakpo is a step down from them at all. I think he's way better than Ekitike. I think he's a top player.
Interesting.
I mean, you saw Ekitike get absolutely shot on by Gabriel the whole game. He was awful against Arsenal. Like, when he has to play class players, has he been good? Like, no.
I mean, Gakpo's certainly better on the left than Ekitike and
100%.
I agree with
that.
We'll
see. I guess I'm the contradictory in today.
I don't really think Liverpool really came into the summer transfer window with an actual plan. I mean, they just signed a lot of players. Like you guys said, like they can't field on all at once. I mean, what I think this might play out is just like Ekitike might get dropped for Isak, and Ekitike might just ride the bench. I mean, I think Arne Slot trusts Gakpo more. I mean, he delivered him a Premier League title last season, so I think he will stick with him on the left-hand side. Salah hasn't exactly been continuing that form from last season, and especially with the addition of Frimpong, it's like they confuse each other like way too much on the pitch. I mean, Frimpong is more better going down offensively rather than playing as like a natural right back because he can't defend.
Yeah.
I mean, they went from another Trent situation to another Trent situation. A right back who was only good at offensively help contribute to the team rather than it being defensively. Like, can't defend. And then Van Dijk, I think he's declining just a little tiny bit. I mean, his performances have been okay-ish, but not to really not up to like the standard that we have seen from Van Dijk the past couple of years. And the main man, Florian Wirtz, I mean, they got absolutely fleeced by Leverkusen. That's just my personal opinion on it. I mean,
they're
4 games
as well. Let's not let their fullbacks get away with this sport because we'll need to transition as well. But I think they're fullbacks, wingbacks. It's an area that they can be targeted. I mean, Kirk has started off shaky. Yes, bar that it's only been a few games. Kirk has looked shaky, and all of us on the panel said we all said as promising as Frimpong showed, as well as he did at Leverkusen, it will be up to the manager to see how he will fit into the system. And so far, it's not, gone amazingly well.
What do you, Dave? But what do you mean by? Dude, he hasn't even played. He's been injured. He just started playing him this week.
For what we've seen so far, is what I mean.
Played 2 games, so you haven't really seen much.
Again, for what we've
But
seen so far, I mean, the signs are
But
there.
I
We'll see
don't.
what happens.
Okay. All right.
We'll see what happens as the season progresses. But just to move into to quick fire throughout the rest of the Premier League. Let's start off with Aston Villa. Just going around to all of you on scores, ratings, thoughts on Unai Emery's first 4 games so far. Like I said earlier, no wins and they've been goalless so far. I mean, what on earth is wrong with Aston Villa? What's wrong with them?
Ollie Watkins is throwing my fantasy. What a toss.
Anything
I
else?
mean, all 3 sides of the team has been looking terrible. I mean, it's really no other explanation for real.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It's very unexpected. It's shades of like a Mourinho 15-16 at Chelsea or a Mourinho 18-19 at United, where it's just you've had the same manager for a couple of years. He's done pretty well, and then suddenly it all just goes wrong. And it's like
because they had a really underwhelming window, and and you know what? Call me absolutely insane, but you know what? If by the end of the season there's a different manager at the helm at Aston Villa, I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
As unfair as I think it would be for how brilliant of a job that Unai Emery's done at Villa. Joe makes a really good point. It's starting to go a bit stale. I mean, firstly, even if he's free, signing Victor Lindelof just doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. Even if it's as defensive cover. Honestly, I don't know how that helps you. But yeah, I could see this going in a really surprisingly sour way. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, Ollie Watkins has definitely not been playing well. Morgan Rogers being brilliant technically as he always is, but he's not finding the output, you should say. He's been struggling as well. He's a good player, Morgan Rogers, but he's not been at the goals as of late. But anything else on Aston Villa that's been of a standout to any of you lot?
Well, I mean, they have 1 goal in 4 games, so there's something wrong.
Well, clearly, why do you think? What do you think's wrong? Why do you think they've only got 1 going forward? Is it systematic potentially? Is it player personnel? What do you think, Sirius? I'm intrigued.
I mean, it's what I mentioned before. Their star striker isn't scoring, and that's problematic. It could be a multitude of things. I'm not just blaming him, but I mean, he isn't getting as great support, but he's also not playing well. And Rogers, McGinn, everyone's kind of not playing the best right now. They haven't even besides that one game, they haven't conceded many goals. I think they conceded 3 one game, but besides that, they haven't conceded many goals. I don't think that's the issue. I really think it's their creative output that's the issue right now. And I couldn't tell you why that's the issue, because those are all good players, but it's not working out for them right now.
Perhaps it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just, call me crazy, but maybe it's a matter of fact how, maybe just let the players play, because Unai Emery himself actually came out with a quote this past week, and I actually thought it was a really, really great quote. I had to shortlist it and save it for myself. But this week he came up with a quote, and he said, the game has become so tactical now that strategy alone is no longer enough. More and more we will see that success will rely on creativity of individual players, those who can dribble past their opponents and create moments that are more about skill than by just positional actions. This will be the key in the future, which I couldn't agree more. Before we move on into Bournemouth, what do you guys just think of that quote, that line that Unai Emery's come out with? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we're reverting back to that. So yeah, I mean, I couldn't have really said it better than him. I think he's right on, and I just say honestly, I just think for me the Villa squad is kind of a mixed bag. I rate certain players a lot more than others. So I kind of, for me, it's not that much of a shock, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. Bournemouth next. Lads, what are you saying? For Bournemouth, looking at their past months worth of results. 3 wins. They would have been perfect, which, I mean, that opening game against Liverpool, I mean, I saw it, and
Man,
it was really unlucky, man. It was
I
unlucky
Super
for
wanted them
unlucky.
to
both,
win
but it
that
is what
game
it is.
so bad, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
Semenyo, I mean, obviously after the incident he had with that wheelchair dude, I mean, he just went
yeah.
off. I mean,
Yeah.
shoot,
Big up Semenyo,
if
man,
if
every time.
if Semenyo would have dropped a hat trick at Anfield at week 1 and actually won the game for Bournemouth, bro, like that would
That
have
would
been
have been
sending a
incredible.
message to the league. I mean, Bournemouth is a team that can really surprise you when you don't expect it. I mean, they always been
Yeah.
that type of team, and it's
Yeah.
just like bro, they're capable enough of performing against the top six. I mean, they have the players for it, even though it doesn't look exactly look good on paper, but like the quality and the talent says otherwise. So it's just a team that
I
really gets
think,
unlucky in
yeah,
situations. Yeah,
I think the architect, as we would mention so many times last year, deserves huge amounts of credit. The architect behind this team, not just sporting directors, but even more so the manager of this team, Andoni Iraola. I mean, how many times have to talk about how much I rate this manager? I mean, and for me, he's in like the Thomas Frank sort of like realm of managers where it's doesn't necessarily do anything complicated or fancy. I mean, maybe a little bit more so with the style of football that he plays, but
Yeah.
that's the sign of a good coach. You look at
yeah.
those players that Bournemouth have got on paper, it is not that great of a squad. It's not
And
on
mind
paper.
you, I mean, yeah, I
But
mean,
he's getting the maximum out of these players. He's getting the
yeah,
very
and
maximum, and he's very flexible as well. So, I
I mean,
rate this manager so highly for the job
I
that
mean,
he's doing.
you could probably say Bournemouth were one of the losers of the transfer window. Yet they're starting the season
they
so well.
were.
Semenyo is amazing so far. So yeah.
Because I mean, they lost
Semenyo's
their
been very
entire
good.
back line from
Yeah.
last season. I mean, they lost Hodgson, they lost Zabrani, who went to PSG
Yep.
as well. And then, mind you, like they weren't exactly active in the transfer window, but then they replaced it with like some great talents from League One, like Diakite. Absolute baller,
Mm.
man. I mean, this guy came in to play Liverpool. I mean, Ekitike, he did obviously score on him, but I mean, bro, like this is a backline that lost their entire players from last year and then still end up putting up good defensive performances. Like that's a great
Yeah.
coach. Like this is
That's the
definitely a
sign
team
of
to
a good
watch out
coach, man.
for. And just like again, they get really
100%.
unlucky in certain situations where like, yeah, I mean, they just gotta concede. I mean, it's to no avail.
Yeah, it is what it is. Brentford next. Thomas Frank out the door. Keith Andrews to take over. At the helm. I think Ucl was already within the club. If my knowledge serves me correctly. Brentford evaluations, thoughts, standout players at all. On the
Losing
good,
their
bad.
two, losing their two attackers really did hurt them, and I don't think they replaced them exactly well, like talent wise. Whistle
Mm,
went to Newcastle and then Mbama went to United.
mm.
So I mean,
Django
yeah,
Ouattara, I mean, he's a decent player from Bournemouth, but he's
yeah.
nowhere near the technical floor of
So
Mbumo and Vissa as well. But good player nonetheless. Kevin Shaw has been doing his job as well when he can.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. He's looked
um,
good.
I'm just gonna say, but yeah, I mean, there's really not much to it when looking at Brentford. Not ups and downs, but it's kind of it. There's nothing a whole lot interesting with them.
No.
Crystal Palace. Taking a look at Crystal Palace, and they are a side that just find a way to just continue to impress me. They that haven't had the easiest starts in the Premier League, but you could say somewhat disappointing. 3 draws, 1 win, and that win against Aston Villa. Scored some ratings for Oliver Glasner. Standout players for any of you lot, positively, negatively.
um, go ahead.
I was just say, I mean, my one thing is like 3 draws, 1 win. I mean, that just emphasizes what we know about Palace, which is they are incredibly difficult to play against. So they're not losing games. The manager doing his job. They're getting points on the board. Just typical Palace fashion, man.
Yeah, I
Losing
would say I'm
Eze as
definitely
well.
yeah.
Big loss in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a team I'm really impressed with because I
Mm.
mean I expected. I mean, even though it's a community shield, I know that, but I expect this Liverpool superstar team to go ahead and just absolutely like demolish them. But Liverpool, I mean, what's called Chris Palace actually played great. And like Andre said, I mean, this is definitely one of those teams that are like really difficult to play against. As a City fan, I know it's really personally as well. So I'm not saying they're exactly like the easiest of opponents, but they definitely know how to just drop out like this unexpected results.
Mm,
At each game week for sure.
yeah.
I'd like to just say Guehi, I think, has still looked amazing since he
Big
even after
shouts to my
even
guy.
after what happened. Yeah, he's looked fantastic. He's been doing my.
Big
I actually
shouts
had
to
him.
my guy, Mark
I've been
Guehi.
signed out of my fantasy, but I had him on the bench and he keeps getting 6 points.
Big shouts to my guy.
Frustrating.
How I've been on the Mark Guehi fucking agenda train or no propaganda train for gosh knows how long. And for any of those who don't know, any and our Mark Guehi propaganda is welcome here at Premier League Primetime. It's a welcome with open arms. How long have I been saying about Mark Guehi as well? And also, as Joe said, in the circumstances for him to put in that performance against Aston Villa as well. So that finished in the top corner.
Yeah,
Did
no,
not expect that.
he could have very easily after that whole transfer situation just been like, oh, I'm done with this. Like I've played so well for this club for so long. It's like, and then he just loses all his motivation and hunger. And I definitely did not do that.
And it would have been
respect to him for
understandable.
that.
It would have been completely understandable if he did, but no, he didn't. I mean, Captain Marvel, man, Mark Guehi, man, pick him up every single time. To replace Eze, they brought in what's his name from Villarreal. Joe, you might know better than me since.
Wait, sorry. Say it again. Who from Villarreal?
Crystal Palace. They signed some player from Villarreal to replace Eze.
Oh.
What's his name? Jeremy Pino
Oh yeah.
from Villarreal. John, I don't know if you've watched him a whole lot, but any thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's a good player. He was once quite a promising talent, but great dribbler, has a finish in him. So could work out very well for him, but we'll see.
How old is he? I don't know who he is.
I would estimate he's like 23, but I'm guessing.
Fair enough. Next we have Brighton. And for once, the other Manchester club got to experience what it's like to play against Bayern Munich for once. Finally, for once. But I know it will be my club's time at some point during the season because that's what always happens. But thoughts on Brighton so far of the season? Rate, shouts, thoughts, scores for Fabian Hurtler. Any players
Deadly on the counterattacks. Man, Ruben Diaz is some shit with a hotline, bro. I mean, you mean to tell me Pep brought this man off and like drop Kusanov, and then not even 2 minutes in, bro, like a counterattack, boom, we conceded because Ruben Diaz is so slow, bro. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, props to them, bro. I mean, they definitely just absolutely killed us that second half, and Brighton is just a team that's really great on counterattacks. That's all I got much to say.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Brentford situation where they lost one of their best attackers. They still have some more solid players, I think, than Brentford do, but they just looked a little up and down, and I think they'll find their form as the season goes on.
Yeah.
No, and that's a great point that you mentioned, and yeah, that's going to be something for Brighton to see if that they can bounce back and recover from. But we know Tony Bloom. When money talks, Tony Bloom, his eyes light up. So it will probably happen in the summer with Baleba. From a personal point of view, I just hope and pray that he lands at my football club. That he lands with us than anywhere else because he's a player. So I hope
Dave,
to see that. Yeah.
I was actually with MMS, Michael, the GM. He actually he sent me a little. He sent me a sentence or 2 sentences about Brighton so far in their play style. Can I read it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh God. Go for it.
Brighton like to dominate the ball, like don't
get us canceled by the way.
Control tempo and build patiently from the back. Speaking of the back, I love to. Oh, I can't say that either.
Okay.
All right, I can't say this. So
okay,
that's all I have to say.
Well, thanks for the contribution. We appreciate it.
When's he gonna come on the show, Davis? We need a Brighton fan.
No, he actually asked Davis in person, and Davis said no. It was quite sad because he
Oh,
actually
man.
he's been watching Brighton every game this season. I swear he has.
There's about as much chance as my head being turned about Ugarte working out on this team. So yeah, well, that answers your question.
Okay, wait. Okay, if you were given the option, Davis, have Michael on the show, and the next day Amarim is sacked. Are you doing it?
Oh God, ooh, that's something I have to think about, honestly. But that is that's actually an enticing offer. I know, that would definitely not make Joe too happy, but that's something I have to think about.
Dave, Michael said that if Man U lose to Brighton on the 25th, you have to let him on the next podcast.
That seems fair.
Not, as Joe's guy Ten Hag said to Sancho, not a chance.
Not a chance.
Alright.
But as you Burnley here, actually more interesting than I thought. As they haven't had, a very kind they haven't had a very kind start to life in the Premier League since they've been back. Scores ratings for Scott Parker. Any points or any players to speak on positively, negatively? What are your thoughts saying?
Kyle Walker's the same as when he was when he left Man City, bro. Washed up, bro. Man, this dude decided to leave mid-season as the captain, dog. Man, I mean, there's really not much to say about this team, dog. I mean, come on now. We're talking about Burnley, bro. I mean, they're not expected to do anything in the Prem. And honestly, bro, they might get relegated and go back to the championship. That's just me, though.
Also, they could.
They will.
They very well could. They very, very, very well could. And yeah, if they
They
do,
will.
I don't think any of us will be surprised.
I'm really directionless on that third spot. Like maybe Brentford will be the third one to go down, but I feel like that third spot is really interesting. But I think Burnley and Leeds are gone.
Wolves are a shout to go down as well.
Maybe.
100%. I think Wolves are definitely a shout to go down this season, especially seeing that the players that they've got to work with. It's not great.
Brentford's definitely not going down.
What about United?
That's a shout.
As long as we sack
Amarim,
yeah, we won't go down. But
Yo, I'm telling you right now,
for him.
he might get sacked after that Chelsea game, bro. I could see it happening. If you guys don't at least get a draw out of that game, bro, it could happen.
Yeah, fair. I mean, because there's no point in hoping for a win against Brentford because we always know what happens when Man United goes away to the GE Stadium.
I took Bruno and Delict out of my team, actually.
Yeah, I don't know why at this point anyone would have any Man United players in their team at this point, unless if they're still ridiculously cheap that it doesn't impact you at all. But yeah, that's why the only reason why that I can think of. So why anyone would have a Man United player in their team. Next, Everton. They've had a great start to life in the Premier League.
Grealish.
Bar losing to Leeds, whatever. Thoughts, scores, ratings for David Moyes. Any players to talk about positively, negatively? Joe, anyone particular?
Excuse me? Yeah, I mean, Jack Grealish, he's back at his level, playing for relegation contenders.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's about it.
God.
It's the man of the show right now.
Man. It's always agree to the slander, man. I can't be honest, man, but...
honestly, Everton might pay that 50 mil to keep Jack Grealish on for another season. I can see that happening.
If they pay 50 mil, Man City is making good money. They are. They'll only be...
We gotta use that for a freaking right back, bro. Godly.
No, I like Mateus Nunes, man. He's a great right back. I'm all for Mateus Nunes, man.
I'm not falling for that rage bait, bro.
No,
bro.
He's great, man. He's great. I wouldn't worry, man. Iliman Ndiaye has looked very good as well. Beto's somehow found his place back in the starting 11 again and is, finding goals here and there. And that Everton defense, actually looks decent. They've only conceded 2 goals in these 4 games, so far. Tarkovsky isn't looking alright. I've even seen fucking Michael Keane being resurrected back from the dead. Gosh only knows how that's happened.
I know the one that Everton fans are excited for is James Garner, the plays in defense, plays in midfield. He's one that they seem to be pretty excited about. I just think that core. Yeah, I think Garner's. Yeah, Garner's is. He's a good one to have, and then Grealish is playing out of his skin, looks like his old self. Then you have oh my God, the name was just in my head. How did I just forget?
Who?
They're number 10. Their number
Ilman,
yeah. I mean, yeah, the Ndai, Grealish, Garner, and then Moyes at the helm. I mean, I think that's enough for them to have a pretty good season. I think this could be the first season in a while that I think they could get a top half finish.
No, they could.
Do you guys think they can pull a result against Liverpool like they did last year?
Don't be surprised if they do.
They definitely could. Yeah, I think so. They've done it with lesser squads. So dude, they have the new Goodison Park. That boost that's given them, that new stadium. Come on, they could do it. Absolutely.
I agree.
I'd love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. And anything else that we're missing with Everton? To recover
Just
everything.
happy that Jack Grealish is balling, man.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
And
story.
Jack Grealish propaganda is always welcome here. I mean, maybe not by Joe, but by the rest of us. Just like all Vladimir Sufal, propaganda is always welcome on the show. Fulham. What are your lads saying?
I don't watch any Fulham, so that's all you guys.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from this team.
I mean, they've done like little to nothing in the transfer window. I mean, they got Chukwueze in on the last day, and then Kevin from Shakhtar to reinforce those wing areas. But I'm looking at the results. I mean, it's pretty typical Fulham, really. 2 draws, losing. I mean, I will say, you know what? That loss against Chelsea was absolutely criminal. I mean, I don't know if you saw the refereeing controversy that happened in that game, but that was absolutely criminal, man. They should have had at least 2 goals in that game, but got wrongfully Salah. But was
it Fulham that had like the crazy own goal at the last minute, like the weird uncontested own goal? Was that them?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Who was that? Was that Fulham?
Possibly.
I don't remember, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched enough Fulham. I've never.
No, yeah.
I don't rate Marco Silva so highly. And
he's a good mid-table manager.
Yeah.
He's a good mid-table manager in the Premier League. But that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, that's just what Fulham is. I mean, the day it will change, I mean, it will be incredible to see, just from a neutral point of view. But yeah, that's really it. With Fulham, players have been playing well. I mean, Anthony Robinson's back on the side, so I mean, I guess it's a plus. Oh, you know what? Josh King, youngster coming through the academy. Josh King, he's had a really good start to life in the Premier League. His performances have actually been very, very good. I have a good mate man who's a Fulham supporter, and he's been very impressed by what you've seen from Josh King so far. That's where he's left off last season, he's picked it up this season. But yeah, bar that, there's really nothing else that's. I mean, I found it relatively interesting. For anyone who thinks they're forgetting anything, let us know in the comments. Let us know. Feel free. Who do you have next? Leeds. Oh, because we all couldn't wait to talk about Leeds. Also scoring 1 goal in the entirety of this season so far. For those who don't know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's also playing for them now. But yeah, I'm not even gonna bother asking. There's nothing really to talk about here. I don't know what's been going on with Wilfred Gnonto.
Besides their draw against Newcastle, it hasn't been much.
No, it's really not.
There's really. I will say if there's one thing Daniel Farker knows how to do, it's how to get his team relegated.
Yep. Yep.
And there were a lot of rumors that towards the end of last season that they were seriously considering his future, and yeah, you can see why. So if he's the next manager on the chopping block, I won't be too shocked. Who do you have next? Newcastle. What are we saying with Newcastle as well? What are you guys saying?
Yikes.
Oh, Nick Voltemade. That's somewhere to start. Vissa in, Isak out the door. What are you allowed to make of that so far?
Not much.
I mean, scored on his debut. I didn't really know much about him. I didn't know he was, I guess, as highly respected as he was. I just know people are freaking out because he's got like the facial hair and the long sleeves, kind of like a '90s, early
No, it
2000s
is.
throwback.
No, it is. Yeah. No, it's
Um,
definitely giving me 90s throwback.
I didn't know much about him, but yeah, I'm hoping he can, yeah, he can be their main man because he seems exciting. So
That midfield three is going to be for me the key as to what
yeah,
will help Newcastle get over the line, whether they get Europe
yeah,
next year, whether they don't, because that midfield three is
yeah,
one of the best in the league,
yeah,
hands down.
yeah.
It's still a very, very good midfield three. So we'll see what happens. Next, Nottingham Forest, the club that Andre's been waiting to talk about, because he's about to wax lyricals and preach a love sermon for how much he loves Mr. Marinakis. Nuno Espirito Santo is, I don't think he was on any of our predictions for the first manager sack. He's been gone, but after the comments that we've seen, it's not surprising, is it? Ange Postecoglou walks in the door, which. Wait, Joe, did you?
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Did I what?
Oh,
Wait, Joe, did you predict that Nuno would be sacked?
No,
Oh.
but you say like there's no surprises. Where like this guy just got like Nottingham Forest best season in like I don't even know like 50 years, something like that. No, definitely not.
No,
But like
no, I'm not saying that's why
Bad
it's a
move,
surprise.
bro.
I'm
Really
saying
bad
it's
no,
because
move.
but that was
comments that came
ridiculous. Like you
no,
have it.
no,
You
he did
disagree
deserve to be
with.
sacked. He did
No,
deserve to be sacked.
no, I know, but you think he deserved to be sacked, Davis?
No, not at all. But I'm saying after the comments that that we had seen in regards to the tension and the friction there.
Yeah, but who cares, bro? Like he's doing well.
yeah,
This is not like I can't like back in the day. Like first of all this would be private, but like this is not like he's doing so well. Like
No,
he has
I completely disagree with that.
he has some disagreements with the
With
ownership. Okay, but
Marinakis
like
I completely
the
disagree with
ownership
the
just needs
sacking.
to say like okay this guy doesn't agree with us on these things. Okay, he's still performing with the team. Like that's the number one thing. Like
yeah.
it was a completely ridiculous move, and I hope they go down. To be honest.
Yeah, they
Oh,
deserve
all
it
right.
after
No,
that.
yeah, and no, Joe, I couldn't agree with you more on that. He didn't deserve to be sacked whatsoever. But when seeing the comments that Nuno was talking about the owner, and then seeing the friction there, for me it was a matter of time. But I didn't agree with it at all. But it seemed inevitable. But Ange Postecoglou is now in the door. Andre, I know you've been aching to talk about your guy Marinakis and Nottingham Forest, so take it away.
No, I mean, I guess starting, I mean, probably Nuno didn't deserve the sack, but I think with the way Marinakis operates, it's like as soon as Ange was available, right? Marinakis could have been in the hallway and seen Nuno walking around with a shoe untied, and he would have been like, "That's stupid. I'm going to sack this guy." It doesn't matter. As soon as that Greek connection was there, Postecoglou available, Marinakis, Postecoglou, come on, that was an inevitable union. Yeah, I think he was just looking for Marinakis was just looking for the reason to sack Nuno, and that 3-0 loss was the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest probably went. I think they're like probably my second most hated club now. They're my second team right now because of Ange.
On top of the Gibbs White thing.
Yeah, that's why. I now all is forgiven. Now I understand Marinakis was holding on to Gibbs White for Ange. Now I get it. It's okay. No, I don't know. It's the style of play difference between Nuno and Ange is about as wide as it can be. So let's see how that team adjusts. I don't know how it's going to go. Couldn't be more different. And already you had a Murillo injury first game. Oh my god, that's bad because he was going to be important for Ange Ball.
I can't lie. It could be peak for them.
I'm excited for it.
Serious, I want to get your thoughts on this. On the whole situation at Forest right now. If you can provide us anything at all.
Yeah, honestly, it is a huge surprise. I mean, like, despite the owner having issues with him, whatever. Like, I agree with Joe. I know I say it a lot, but I agree with Joe. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, despite that, you had such a great season. So, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not saying Ange is a bad manager. I'm just saying that it just doesn't make sense, and I don't get it.
No, yeah, I was just as baffled as just the decision to get rid of him, seeing that how well he's done. But if we apply the context of especially at the end of last season, like I think they lost against Leicester, and that more or less completely killed off their chance of getting top four. And you saw Marinakis, on the pitch, like batting up Nuno, and I kind of knew from there like some shit was going on. And then you see the recent comments made about ownership, the owner not getting along with the coach. It just seemed like something that was written in the stars for them to depart ways. Not that I necessarily think that he deserves it, but it is what it is. But I'm sure that Nuno will find a job fairly quickly in the Premier League.
I think I know where Nuno's going. Can I make this prediction?
Go for it.
Sounds, I think, perfect for West Ham. No?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I think perfect. I think it'll work.
Especially if Usman's guy Graham Potter doesn't last in a job, which I'm not sure if he will. But let's keep it moving.
Last thing I will say, Ange, like the way he operates, he's literally going to Nottingham Forest thinking he can win the league like next season, like just the way he is. So it's like it's going to be so exciting. I'm ready. You know it. So I'm excited. I'm going to be watching Nottingham Forest games for sure because I miss Ange. I do. So just excited. Let's see what happens.
There might be plenty of Ange in the championship, seeing how top with it, but next season. But we'll see what happens. Sunderland. Now Sunderland have definitely been definitely impressed. Definitely huge amount of the credit needs to be gone to those players, as well as their manager Reggie Labrie. Thoughts on Sunderland? Anything? Players stand out negatively, positively?
Yeah, well, it's because of their captain. Their captain Granit.
Oh yes. Anyone else? Or more on Xhaka?
I think they'll keep their spot in the Prem this year. I mean, a lot of people have been saying they might get relegated. I don't agree.
They have some decent acquisitions. They have some good players there. So I think players are arguably above, kind of maybe could have shot higher than the Sunderland. I mean, they have Nordi Mukiele. I mean, come on, he's been at some top clubs, Leipzig, Paris. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So
I mean, Dylan Bowden in the championship, done them wonders in then, and he's been looking good now. They acquired a Jingra. The thing with Mark Guy was hilarious because of the whole, Nicholas Jackson at Bayern Munich thing, and Liam Delap being out for 10 to 12 weeks. They had to recall a striker, and he's already back at Chelsea. I found that funny. Which
I didn't know that.
Which Sunderland went ahead and signed that squad Brian Brobby, which that bold forward trying to sign for us. To replace Martial in the long term, which I would have been crying tears of sadness if that had happened. But we'll see what happens at Sunderland though. This season. But they're off to a good start. It's definitely it's still a marathon. It's still early in the season, but I think there's a lot of promise for Sunderland. Especially looking only one loss against a team you probably would least expect them to lose.
Yeah. Wait, Davis, have you ever considered that you may have a bias against bald players? And managers.
Yeah, Ten Hag gave him too much PTSD, bro.
Bart Ten Hag, what gave you that conclusion?
No, I'm just wondering, just putting two and two together, like you don't like Brian Brobby, you don't like Ten Hag,
Is Brian Brobby even bald?
What? Well, didn't you call? I thought
you just called him bald.
You just called him a bald fraud.
No, that was Ten Hag.
Oh. I think he is bald though.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I actually have no clue, to be fair. I don't know if he has hair or not, but I still don't like Brian Brobby anyway.
Oh wait, you can't look at that.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Hey, to be fair, I actually have no clue, but I've never rated the player anything, but.
Going through these players they have, I didn't know Sunderland had bread like that. We gotta check that PSR. I don't believe that.
No, yeah.
They broke some rules.
West Ham. Jeez. Oh, gosh. Their start of the season has been awful. Lads, what are you lads saying for West Ham so far? I mean, bar 3-1 against Nottingham Forest. I mean, they've been awful this season.
Can we just talk about why there was such an uproar over Paqueta's ridiculous celebration where he's like, you
take
the phone and then you throw it away. Oh, he's so cold. He's so cold.
Did you
Like,
see,
yeah,
wait,
okay.
did you see the did
Like-
you see the follow post that Pacatal had? He posted on Instagram. Did you ever
No.
see that?
No, I didn't see it.
On the latest episode of the Dave Imo show, which yes, if you haven't seen it, go check that out. Let me pull up the post that he posted. What I think it was a few days ago. I'll read up the caption. I found it very very odd. So he says he posted this 4 days ago. He goes, it's about choosing those who welcomed you, who never judged you, who believed in you until the very last moment, who loved you and
Okay.
made you feel at home. It's about staying loyal not only when you had everything, but also when you had nothing. And this is where it gets interesting.
Oh,
It's not
Jesus.
time to say goodbye yet. Let's go together for one more season.
One more.
I mean, I feel like this. I mean, if you can't read between the lines here, I don't know what to say. But I mean, that just screams to me that yeah, he's looking to go after the season, especially if he has a good World Cup as well. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, this West Ham side is a complete disarray. I mean, do you think Graham Potter is the next on the chopping block?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. He is.
I can't see any hope for them. I really
just-
cannot.
It never felt like it was gonna work to me.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But they've not been looking good. Lastly, Wolves. Before we move into midweek Champions League predictions, because there are a lot of interesting games there. Wolves. I mean, yeah. Look, they're definitely candidate to go down. I mean, they've lost all 4 games. I mean, yes, they scored 2 goals, but I mean, Barstra and Larson. Do they really even have anyone in attack? No, like.
Besides Manetzi, not really.
I
Hwang?
mean, yeah. Huang
Yeah.
Chan
Yeah,
as
Hwang-
well, but
Yeah, Hwang is a bench player now, though.
But I mean, Barkham. I mean, you have João Gomez, who's still carrying that midfield. You have
Yeah.
Andre. Big ups, and yeah, I mean that's about it. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you know, it is what it is. Moving into UCL Matchday round 1. Looking at the interesting games. Because I don't think any of us really care about Union Saint Toulouse against.
Whoa,
if I pronounced
David.
that correctly.
Whoa.
If I
Whoa.
pronounced that correctly, to be fair, against PSV. God's sake,
David,
man.
that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh for them.
Athletic Bilbao host Arsenal. Serious, do you think man will win that game? Get over the line.
Yeah, we'll tag them a new one, Dave.
Bro, stinky game. That's Ernesto Valverde versus Mikel Arteta. If you asked me to avoid one game, I would avoid this one.
You clearly didn't see our world-class, brilliant, entertaining performance this weekend.
Come on, bro. Corner FC, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll see what happens
Oh,
this weekend.
God.
City. I know Gabriel's going to pocket Haaland for use.
He scored
I mean,
against him
we'll
last
see.
time, though.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Come on now.
Jesus.
This man was on the floor while Haaland was looking down and run to the corner post. Come on now.
Sick.
4-1.
What do you 4-1? All right. You lads think that Arsenal will get a win this week or no?
No, I think
Two
it'll be
nil.
a 1-1 draw.
Ooh.
1-1 draw.
I think Arsenal might win this 2-0.
Arsenal 2-0. All right.
Yeah, Arsenal 2-0, yeah.
Andre.
I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Bears. Let's see. Juventus host Dortmund. Battle like the.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one. I don't know if you guys saw Juve's game this weekend, but it was amazing.
Oh, that was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that match.
Was that
as well.
4-3,
That was
5-4?
Absolutely.
But they're
mental.
playing- They're playing some amazing football. I think this would be a great game.
Inter Milan's getting cooked, bro. Yildiz doing his thing,
Bro, that,
and then do that last minute winner, bro.
Love Yildiz.
Yildiz is a talent, man. I mean that kid's destined to go to the top, man. I think he's a phenomenal footballer. What do you lads think?
I
think you've good.
I mean, Dortmund are just.
I was just say 3-2 Juve.
Ooh.
I mean, never write off Dortmund, but like they're just. I mean, I'm just not. I'm not convinced. I mean, this is that. Yeah, I mean, it was fun to see that janky Dortmund side of a couple seasons ago to get to the Champions League final. That was a fun side to watch, but it's not that side anymore. And yeah, I mean, when you have Niko Kovac as a manager, don't expect much attacking football to be played. I'll say that again. But I see you winning this game. Andre, Tottenham hosting Villarreal. I think it's at home for you, man.
Yeah, we're home.
What are you saying? Do you think we'll get the win?
I think we'll get the win, yeah. I want to say 2-0, but that feels too optimistic. I feel like it'll be messier than that. We'll go 2-1. 2-1 win.
All right, Fairs. You lads agree? What do you lads say?
I do actually. Yeah, I agree. 2-1 Spurs.
All right.
I'm excited to see. I think Xavi Simons could have a real game this
Oh,
weekend.
100%.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
100%.
Joe, sticking with you. Real Madrid, you man hosting Marseille. You might have had a good start to the season. I can't lie. Do you think you'll get the job done against Marseille?
Yeah, I do. I think we'll win 2-0. Mbappe scores both.
I think Marseille's a good side, especially with they have De Zerbi. They have some good players there, Marseille. I don't think it'll be an easy game.
Yeah, they have a good Englishman as well.
Yeah, Angel Gomez, phenomenal. He was brilliant free transfer in from Lille. A player that I said a certain club should sign, but they didn't. But it is what it is. But I think this should be fairly straightforward. Bayern Munich hosts Chelsea. That should be an interesting one. Sirius, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Bayern's gonna shag them a new one.
Mo?
I'm not having no hope for Chelsea, bro. Bayern Munich is going to absolutely dominate Chelsea this game. So, I mean, Harry Kane is in, like, absolute great form right now, just like Mbappe, too. Yeah, I definitely see Bayern winning this, like, 3-0.
All right, Fairs. PSG hosting Atalanta.
Hey,
PSG
wait!
have an
I didn't
injury
even say anything, Dave.
Oh, my bad, Joe.
I'm going 4-1 with 2 goals from Harry Kane and 2 goals from Michael Olise. And I agree with Sirius that they will shag Chelsea a new one.
Yeah, they'll go 5-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5-1. I think Kane. I think it's like 4 matches, 9 goal contributions or something. He's having a monster of a season. So.
Hey, Fairs.
Yep.
PSG versus Atalanta. I don't know. I feel like this game's not going to be as straightforward as most may think because Doué's out, Dembele's out, and Kvaratskhelia.
Their entire attack is gone, bro.
What do you
But
think?
2-1 PSG.
Rest of you? What do you like saying?
2-0 PSG.
Okay, serious. Andre?
Sorry, I know they're up against a Spanish team, but which one was it again?
They're up against Atalanta and they're Italian.
Atalanta. Okay. Go ahead, Sirius.
What are you saying? What are you lads saying for this match?
You can go ahead, Sirius.
Sorry, what?
Amazing.
Yeah, I think Man U's gonna win. Oh wait, they're not the CL. Sorry.
Dickhead. PSG hosting Atalanta.
Yeah, I'll go
crisis.
Like a 3-1 maybe.
Fair.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Ajax hosts Inter. Next. Liverpool hosts Atletico Madrid.
Wait,
I
we're
think
just
Liverpool's gonna
Wednesday.
lose.
What is it? Wait, you talked at the same time.
wait. So we're skipping Ajax Inter?
Oh no, we're not. But
Oh, okay.
go for it. Feel free.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna go 2-2.
Okay. What are the rest of you lads saying?
Well, for Liverpool and Atletico or Ajax and Inter?
No, Ajax hosting Inter.
1-0 Inter.
Okay. Rest of you, anything on this match before?
Maybe 1-1. We haven't done a draw yet.
Okay. Fairs. Serious?
0-0.
Liverpool hosting Atletico Madrid.
Call me crazy, bro, but Atletico can win this game.
Yeah, I think they
I'm
could.
gonna say, I'm gonna say
Really?
either 1-0 Atletico or 2-1 Atletico. But I'm really optimistic that Atletico can come out of Anfield and would definitely win this game.
I don't know. I
Hey,
think you overestimate Atletico against big sides. But
Yeah,
what if there's
yeah.
one thing they can do is get a draw. So I'm gonna say 0-0 draw.
Oh, that'd be lovely. That'd be brilliant to see.
2-2.
Andre, serious? Okay. Side guy,
I agree with Joe.
as per usual. Then the last probably two of the most intriguing matches of this first round of Champions League fixtures before we just do a light fire round for the Premier League fixtures at the weekend. Newcastle hosting Barcelona at St. James's, by the way. I think that's going to be a very interesting
We had this
match.
debate early
We
on in
did
the
on
day.
TFC.
Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
go.
these Barca fans think the Newcastle midfield physicality won't dominate Barcelona's midfield, bro. I'm telling you, Newcastle when in the UCL against big teams, bro, they will surprise you, bro. Like they
They're a
could
bit
pull
mad,
out
yeah.
performances. I mean, shoot, it might. I know there's a really old match that happened years ago, but against PSG, bro, they beat them 4-1 because their midfield was absolutely dominating the entire game, and I think that could be the same case here. So. For me personally, I'm gonna go 2-1 with Anthony Gordon being the man of the match. He's gonna play a really key
Oh,
part here.
okay. Was it serious, Andre? What do you guys think?
Well, I certainly hope you're right because I hate Barcelona, but I think that Lamine
Me too, brother.
Yamal running up against Dan Burn only has one solution. So I think Barcelona will probably win. I'm gonna go 3-0.
I think
to
Yamal's out,
Barcelona.
right?
Yeah, he is injured. I think he's out for this game, right?
Oh, he's injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
that
That
makes
helps.
things even more tough for Barcelona
Oh, that does
because
change
all they
things.
do is rely on him.
Oh, maybe a Rashford thing up front then. Oh, that'd be funny.
Well, if Rashford plays up front, then Mo is right. And Newcastle will definitely win. No, but that does change things. I'll go 2-1 to Barcelona.
I'll go
Okay.
2-1 Barca too. I agree with Joe.
Andre,
Dave, you were predicting a Rashford hat trick, right?
when did I
Ooh.
ever say a Rashford hat-trick? When did I ever say that? Find the clip. Maybe for shits and giggles. But no.
I could maybe this could be the shock result of the match week. Maybe we'll go 2-1 Newcastle. Let's be fun.
I like that.
Hey, Ferris. And Mo, lastly, before quickly previewing the Premier League matches at the weekend, Manchester City, UMan host Napoli.
Man, they try to make me tear up seeing KDB again, bro.
Will it be a Kevin De Bruyne masterclass?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you,
What will
bro.
be?
Look, I'm not drawing out the possibility that happened because it could very well happen. I mean, this man can dunk on us and just provide 2 assists to win the game, either to McTominay or whoever's up top, Hoyland, for example. Bro, I
For
said
God's sake,
the
if
script
Hoyland
writers
bags,
couldn't
I'll
get
be
more
so
obvious than this, bro. I mean, they knew KDB was going to Napoli and they just wanted us to go against him, bro. Like, why?
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. I can see us pulling out a win, but it's gonna be a very tight win. So I'm gonna say 2-1 us. Being a little bit biased
Okay.
here, but then at the same time, I can see Napoli winning by 1 goal, so it could be 1-0 Napoli as well.
Okay. Andre.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Antonio Conte can do some damage this game. Yeah, let's go with the 2-0.
Okay.
2-0 to Napoli, yeah.
Sirius, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go KDB hat trick. 3-1.
Taking the piss.
Yeah,
Joe.
no, I'll go one better. I'll go 3-1 to Napoli,
Oh,
but
no.
I'll do a goal from Hoyland, a goal from McTominay, and a goal from Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh,
Love it.
of course, Andre.
Man, that's a lot of doubts on us, man. This
Hoyland, fucking
it's crazy.
Hoyland FC back again. So it's
No,
mental.
it's mainly just what I hope happens, but we'll see.
No, yeah. And who do you man think is going to win the Champions League? At the end of it.
Real Madrid.
Arsenal.
Bro,
Wait,
that is
say
the
that again?
last team.
Wait, Sirius, say that again? Sorry. Just so we can
You heard me,
preview that.
You heard me.
There's a
No,
greater
say it again,
chance.
say-
There's
say
a
it
greater
again.
chance that Davi's least favorite team, Union Saint-Gilloise, whatever you say his name, is going to win the Champions League than Arsenal.
Man, we're getting tired of the same story with
God.
this team, man.
I mean, look, it's a story that we all know how the ending is, but the ending is amazing for me every single time. I mean, for me personally, I never get tired. I never get tired of the same old ending. But I mean, look, it is what it is.
They should have listened to Haaland, bro.
For God's sake. Should we do a quick fire round of the Premier League matches at the weekend? Should we? Or should we save that for later on in the week?
Let's do it.
No, let's do it. Let's do it, Davi.
All right, first.
Wait, but sorry, Sirius, can you get Michael, whatever his name is, Sheehan, to get his prediction in for the Brighton game, please?
Yeah, actually, Michael DeMarco told Arya to say the prediction, so when it comes up, Arya will say it.
Okay, that's good.
For God's sake. All right, well, I guess, all right, we're doing a quick roundup of the Premier League fixtures just to end off the show. Liverpool hosting Everton. Merseyside Derby, what are you guys saying?
2-2.
2-1 to Liverpool.
Mo?
Let's go 1-0 Everton.
Okay. Wait, Mo, what were you saying?
2-2.
Okay, and Sirius, what are you saying?
I think 1-1.
All right. Burnley hosts Nottingham Forest. Next. Joe, I'll start with you.
2-0 to Burnley, because I hate Nottingham Forest.
I agree with Joe.
Andre?
2-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Okay, and Mo, last one.
1-0 Forest.
Okay. Brighton Munich, the mighty Brighton Munich hosts Tottenham next. Joe?
1-1.
Okay. Sirius.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. I don't know if anyone else.
Let's
is
get
being
Arya. Arya. Wait one second. He has the score prediction.
This is hell.
Yeah, I think that Messi will put.
No, it's Brighton.
Oh, stop. I think that Brighton will stop.
For God's sake, don't get my show cancelled.
I think that Brighton will make it 4-3 because he touches his.
I couldn't even hear the rest of that prediction.
Yeah, I muted him.
Okay. Sirius, what's your prediction?
2-0 Brighton.
Okay, all right. Cheers for that one. Appreciate
All right,
it.
I kicked Arya out. 2-0 Brighton.
Andre.
I think my brain tells me it could be a draw or a loss, but let's just go with the heart. We'll go 2-1 win for Tottenham.
Okay. And Mo, what about you?
I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham. I think Xavi Simons is going to play a really great game here.
Let's do it.
All right. First. West Ham hosting Crystal Palace. Joe.
I think Crystal Palace win and Potter gets sacked. I think it's
I agree with Joe.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a cheeky 1-0 win. That's the trick.
Sagai, do you also agree with Joe on the scoreline?
I agree with Joe.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that answered my question. Andre.
Shit, sorry, what was the game?
West Ham hosting Palace. It's at West Ham.
Ooh. Let's go Palace 2-1.
Okay. Wolves host Leeds. Relegation 3-pointer. Joe.
I'll say Wolves. Wolves do the job. 2-1.
Okay. Sirius, what are you saying?
0-0.
Andre.
What was the game?
Wolves hosting Leeds. It's at Wolves.
Sorry, we'll put the phone away. Let's go. God, what a shit matchup.
Wait, while Andre's
2-1,
thinking about it,
2-1 Leeds. Yeah.
2-1 Leeds. Okay.
wait,
What are you saying?
I'm switching to agreeing with Sirius and going with a 0-0.
Okay. Mo.
I gotta go with a 0-0. I mean, I'm gonna see both teams park the bus from minute 1 to minute 90. No
Well,
teams are gonna
that's
want to score.
all right. Well, I'm gonna change mine to 1-0 Leeds win. Noah
Oh my
Okafor.
fucking god. All right. Man United host Chelsea. Joe.
Game of the
what do you
week.
reckon?
Bro, I don't even know. This game could go so many different ways. I think I'm just gonna be safe and predict the Chelsea win. I'll go 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay. Serious.
2-1 Chelsea.
Shocker. Andre.
I mean, Chelsea are gonna get smashed by Bayern Munich, and they're gonna need a statement win that's perfect to do against you guys. So I'll go 3-1. 3-1.
Mo. I know what you're hoping.
Well, I think there's gonna be another United and Arsenal situation where like Chelsea score first and then the game just like goes dead the entirety of the other match. So I'm gonna say 1-0 Chelsea.
Wait,
Okay.
Dave, what's your prediction for this game?
Good question.
Part of me thinks a draw. I think it could be a draw because I agree with you, Joe, in the sense that this game could go in so many different ways. It's a big match at home, and something that the players and the manager actually give a shit about. So that could be the case, but my brain is telling me 2-0 Chelsea. I think we failed to score, especially Cunha's still out. But I mean, anything can happen. To be fair, just an early prediction, but make a good point. Anything can happen. Fulham hosting Brentford. It's at Craven Cottage at Fulham. Joe.
I'm gonna go with a Fulham win. 2-1.
Okay. Serious.
2-1.
Andre, what about you?
Let's go 1-0 Fulham.
All right, and Mo.
I also agree with Andre. I'm gonna say 1-0 Fulham as well.
The last three matches, Sunderland hosting Aston Villa. This should be an interesting match, actually. Joe, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go with the Sunderland W. Let's go 2-0 Sunderland.
Serious.
I would say 0-2, but Sunderland 2.
Okay, all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get at this fucking point. Andre.
I agree with Joe and Cirrus.
Amazing, brilliant. And Mo, what are you saying?
I also agree with them as well. I'm gonna say 2-0.
Amazing. Fits right in. Perfect. Bournemouth hosting Newcastle. Yeah, it's at Bournemouth. Joe.
Is that Bournemouth?
I'm going 3-0 Bournemouth.
Oh.
God. God, do I even bother asking? All right, yeah, screw it. Yes, Sirius, what are you saying? Let me guess.
I'm going to go 0-0.
Andre.
This feels like a game where Semenyo could really, really thrive. We can say 2-0.
2-0, what, Bournemouth?
Yeah, to Bournemouth.
Okay, Mo.
I'm gonna say 1-1.
All right. Last but not least, the biggest match at the weekend. Arsenal hosting Manchester City at the Emirates. Joe, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go with 1-0 Man City.
Okay. Serious.
Yes, sir.
2-1 to the Gunners.
Not the Gooners.
Here's here.
Andre, what are you saying?
Let's go with let's go City 3-1.
Okay, and Mo. Last but not least.
I'm gonna say 1-0 City because Arsenal's about to play the most haram ball you about to see this Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
Tight, man. The only creativity is gonna come from corners, bro. That's why they call it corner FC. I'm telling you. gonna say
What you
1-0
thought?
City. I'm gonna say 1-0 City, and I think Foden's gonna keep up his form. He's gonna be the scorer of this game with an assist from
And
Doku, of course.
of course he had an island Doku thing in there. Of course he did. And I know if Doku gets any GNA, it'll be the first thing that he talks about.
Then you gotta
Fucking
start
come
respecting
on,
him,
you
Dave. Come
worldly.
on now, you gotta start respecting him, bro. If he, I'm telling you, if he contributes to a goal this Sunday, some respect on
I'll
his
just look at
name,
the
bro.
all-around performance. I'll
Of course,
be watching for the all-around performance.
of
But
course.
yeah. But there you have it. There has been season 6, episode 2, and yeah, we will see you in the next one. There should be a Dave IMO show later on in the week. And yeah, until next time, peace.